This morning, one man died saving the life of another while his family remembers him for his heroic deed. And a preaching is asking the community for help after losing a Bible that can't be replaced.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and a happy Wednesday to you. I'm Amelia Lee. Today is April 30th. It's 5:30 this morning, and Megan, I have to say, I was a bit sad today to see all of that fog out and about. It was crazy. And then a semi did a U-turn right in front of me, so that was also a wild start to my morning.
Well, the good thing is there's not many people on the road when you head into work, right?
Not too many, and I was safe the whole time. The fog and the semi, it was just two big things I remember this morning.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, there is some fog this morning, so heed the warning. Drive safe out there if you do encounter some of those patchy fog patches this morning. And temperatures are also something to note as we're sitting in the 60s. Normally this time of year, we're in the low 50s, so be prepared for that 10-degree warmer than average temperature bump this morning. Seeing 66 in Monticello, 63 for Williamsburg and Louisa. We'll see even warmer temperatures this afternoon, getting to the upper 70s and low 80s. It's pretty nice to see those upper 70s starting to cool down a little bit, but the 80s will return tomorrow for most of the region. Here's a look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar. We've been watching this rain moving past starting yesterday. Still seeing some rain on that Kentucky-Virginia border that we'll watch, and we have some lightning, so be prepared for that too. One lightning strike in the past 15 minutes. Here's a look at the next 12 hours though, as we do have some on and off rain chances throughout the day with some storm chances as you're heading back into the afternoon. Amelia.
37-year-old Matthew Strickland was last seen when he saved a young girl from drowning in the Cumberland River. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife says a body was found. The Whitley County coroner has not confirmed the identity, but friends and family believe it is Matthew. Maggie Rickerby spoke to loved ones to hear their story.
It feels like a dream. It's unbelievable.
It was the day Matt Strickland's 6-year-old daughter was baptized. The celebration was to fish here at this boat ramp with his daughter, 2 of her friends, and Matt's wife, Mackenzie. Friends and family are speaking on behalf of Mackenzie. They say young girls were left unattended swimming in the river.
One of them started yelling that her sister was drowning, and Matt's the kind of person that's not going to stand by and just see what happens. He jumped into action.
And Matt dove in their direction and got the little girl to where she could get to the bank.
They say the girl's older guardian helped the girl who was saved get the rest of the way out of the water. Still in the water, Matt started struggling and yelling for help.
Matt's wife was saying, "You're 20 feet from him, help him, he needs help." And that man said, "I can't," and he walked away.
Matt went underwater. Loved ones say Mackenzie tried to help her husband but couldn't and called 911. Friends and family are still trying to process what has happened over the last few days.
I got a phone call from my mom. She said he was drowning, and I was 30 minutes away from out of town, and I tried to get over here as fast as I could.
Caleb Strickland is Matt and Mackenzie's son. He says his dad's actions reflect who he is.
He's always had that kind of heart and to step up when nobody else would and really do what needs to be done.
Through the emotional turmoil, loved ones say Matt's actions were selfless and he gave his life for another. In Whitley County, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
Friends and family say they want to see more safety measures at the boat ramp, including life jackets. We now know the date of a federal jury trial for a man who reportedly had plans to bomb a major city. Mora Barwad was arrested in Bell County after he was tracked down by police. He was later taken to the Barberville Police Department. That's when police learned he searched on his cellular device how to make a bomb to shut down New York City. Barwad was later indicted by a grand jury. His trial will begin at 8:30 May 22nd in London. A Big Stone Gap, Virginia man was sentenced to more than 12 years in prison for conspiring with others to distribute fentanyl and meth. Court documents say James Eugene Gamble conspired with others to distribute large amounts of meth and fentanyl in Southwest Virginia. Gamble served as a major supplier of meth in Lee and Wise counties, selling more than 10 kilograms of meth between October 2023 and March 2024. A Pike County woman is facing charges after being accused of a carjacking. State police received a call about the indictment at a gas station Monday. They say they noticed a woman trying to take someone else's keys to their vehicle in the parking lot. Police say the victim told them Darla Yates tried to take her keys. Yates was taken to the Pike County Detention Center. More than 20 kids were taken to the hospital after a school bus crash in Rockcastle County. It happened on South Wilderness Road in Mount Vernon. State police say a pickup truck driven by 76-year-old Ronald McClure of Mount Vernon collided with the bus, which was driven by 63-year-old Carolyn Holt of Orlando, Kentucky. Police say 23 kids were taken by another bus to Rockcastle County Regional Hospital for evaluation. Both drivers and a bus monitor also went to the hospital. Police say there were no serious or life-threatening injuries. 5 students were hurt during a bus crash in Northwest Tennessee as officials begin to investigate that crash. The driver was also hurt, according to the Tennessee Highway Patrol. The local sheriff's office says 14 students were released to their parents. THP says the bus was on Rock House Hollow Road when the driver lost control, went into a creek, and then hit a bridge, causing that bus to flip on its side. THP also says charges are possible for the bus driver as the investigation continues. 1 week from today, a standard license without a star in the top right corner will not be accepted for domestic flights. The Real ID Act was passed more than 20 years ago, but now the law is beginning to take effect. Mark Hollow with TSA says nationwide about 81% of people have their Real ID. But in Kentucky, CBS News data confirms only about 36% of all IDs in Kentucky are Real ID compliant.
If you do not have one, you're going to see some additional screening, some delays going through if you have to do additional identity verification.
Officials say if you don't have a Real ID ready, make a plan to get one as soon as you can. But before you do that, make sure you have all of the forms you need for your appointment, or you're going to waste your own time. In Kentucky, they're not the only state scrambling for the Real IDs. Hundreds of folks in Tennessee lined up at a community event to get their Real IDs this past weekend. State Senator Charlene Oliver organized a special one-day event to help people avoid the long lines seen at driver's license service centers throughout the state. Senator Oliver says the goal was to bring state government to the people, and it was so popular, organizers were forced to even turn some away.
I wish we could serve everyone, but with the influx of people that we had to have a system.
Folks must have a Real ID to board domestic flights or enter federal buildings by May 7th. Governor Andy Beshear is requesting more counties receive approval for individual federal assistance following the flooding earlier in April. His request, Governor Beshear is looking for 16 additional counties to receive assistance, including one in our area, that's Powell County. This comes as 13 counties in Kentucky were approved for individual assistance this week. The pastor of Freedom United Baptist Church in Laurel County lost something dear to him and his family. Now they're asking for the community's help to locate his family Bible. The pastor, Adam Hooker, put his Bible on the hood of his wife's car Sunday morning after their service. Somewhere between driving from the church to his mom's house, the Bible was lost, but this isn't just any Bible. It belonged to his father, who died in a car crash when Adam was 8 years old.
A whole lot of our childhood, he would read from that Bible, and he highlighted in that Bible. And the Bible is a really important thing, and that one's important to me, but it's important to everybody. And so if nothing else, I just hope everybody understands how important the Word of God is, even more so than just this Bible. But I sure appreciate everybody's efforts to help us find it.
Pastor Hooker has been preaching for nearly 14 years, and he says he's used that Bible since the beginning. If you happen to find the Bible, you can call or return it to the church. They are offering a reward to whoever returns it. Folks are now able to shop at the Whitley County Farmers Market in downtown Corbin. The market debuted the 2025 season yesterday from 5 to 8 in the evening in the Hometown Bank Farmers Market Pavilion. This is the second season at this location on Main Street. The market included several vendors that participated with fresh produce, baked goods, handmade crafts, and live music from the Cumberland Jammers.
So SNAP benefits are accepted at our farmers market, and you can also check with your regional farmers market to see if they accept SNAP benefits. We are fortunate enough to be part of the Double Dollars program, which means if you come and visit me, the market manager, at my table, you can double up to $12 for $24 to spend on fresh local produce.
The market will be open every Tuesday from 5 to 8. That's in the evening through August. For more information and updates, you can follow the Whitley County Farmers Market Facebook page. It's 5:39. A group of women who aided the war efforts in World War II are getting their recognition after more than 80 years of waiting.
And temperatures are remaining in the 80s today with storm chances this afternoon.